Welcome guys, thank you for watching this video, but before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, share it to all of your friends, and also check out the description for further information guys. And now, let's get into the video.
Now we will need to deal with the collision, and I'm honest with you, I have totally forgot about the collision, so I'm gonna take a look inside of here. So, collision. Group. So where's this collision thing? Okay, it is inside of here. Okay. For Titans and pairs, game get service, replicated storage. So I'm just gonna see if this works out, and if it works perfectly fine, then I'm going to explain you what I have actually done. Titans. Yeah. Get children. Do. Okay, let's hope that this works out. So. Okay, let's see. Let's hope that it works. And it works. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Very good, very good. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah. It did work out. So, what I have basically done is that, so let me just begin. First of all, I barely had an idea, so I have memorized that this collision right here, okay, only works within the script. So if we would try to set up a collision group instead of another script and try to access the same group, then it would not work out. Therefore, I wanted to do this instead of the script, first of all. Okay, second step is that I am looping through this Eren Titans folder right here. Okay. And I is your index, Titans are those instances inside. And then we are looping through those instances, okay, which are basically just our Titans at the end. And we are filtering out everything inside of Titans. And we only want the mesh parts and the parts, basically the head. But in our case, this head is also a mesh part. And we only want them because they are the only things which are physically visible to us, you know? Therefore, we only want to work with them. And if we have filtered out them, then we want them to join this collision group, okay? So it's basically just the same method as up here, if you still remember what this was. So we have created this in, I don't know, in the first episodes or something. Okay, so that's it with the collision group. Now we want to work on something else. So where is it? Minions, Naruto, stats, damage. There we go. So as you can see, these minions right here, they have damage, okay? And we of course do not want our Titans to just walk the path and then just clear everything which gets in their way, okay? So they also are vulnerable to the minions, of course, and yeah, so they are not invincible or anything. And my idea was to make them, first of all, deal damage to those minions, but to also be able to be damaged through those minions, okay? So that was my idea, and I wanted to lower the walk speed a little bit more because walk speed was still a little bit too fast in my opinion. So let's lower it to 8. And yeah, okay, now. So let's do the following right here. That's F. Okay. So let's first of all randomize the health of those titans, and we are going to do a little bit of maths. So we are going to do a little bit of calculation, which increases the max health and the health of our titans according to our Eren Yeager's level. That's the first step. So choose titan, humanoid, max health. Okay, this is basically math random 100 to 170 multiplied with stats F level value. And so basically our max health is a random number between 100 and 170 multiplied with our level, and that's of course pretty unbalanced in my opinion. So those titans can easily become pretty OP. Therefore, well, I don't know. Just find a solution for yourself. Let me lower this too. Something like this. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, the next thing is that we want to damage those minions on our way. So we need to do the following. Wait. I still gotta think about it. Okay. So let me add the spawn function up here. Yeah. And this one is basically going to loop. So it is going to loop through this minions folder. The children. I2 in pairs. V children do. So if choose Titan, humanoid root part position minus V2 humanoid root part position at magnitude is not greater than 5, then V is being destroyed. But before that happens, we want choose Titan health. Choose Titan health minus V2. No, wait. Wait, this was totally unnecessary. Okay. So, I'm not sure if I have, or what exactly I did explain yet. Wait, so I have probably explained this one. No, everything. So, these things. So this basically positions our Titan, if I haven't explained it yet. So we are positioning it according to where our building here is, multiplied with some other values. So cframe.new -400 basically positions the Titan somewhere around here, and by using this C-frame angles, we are turning it by 90 degrees, so it looks at this direction. You know, that's what happens right here. And I have already explained this health thing. Now, pathfinding service. So that's basically the same thing as with our minions. So I recommend watching that video again. So we need the pathfinding service in order to create paths which our Titan can just walk forwards to. And right here, we are just making the walk animation play. So Roblox has updated this feature a little. So you now need to load the animation through the animator. You formerly have done that through the humanoid. Now you need to use the animator. And we are referring to this walk animation, which is inside of our Titans right here. Okay, and then we are making it play. Now we are wrapping this, walking mechanism, also the damage dealing mechanism, inside of a p-call, just to prevent this whole script from breaking when an error occurs down here. So I think that I have explained this a little, but I'll just continue. So why do we put this inside of a spawn? Because it will just run apart from the rest, and since we are since we're using a loop right here, it would have paused the script, you know, and therefore we wouldn't be able to make the Titan walk. Okay. And why do we loop this Titan? Oh no, why do we use this loop? Because I want to recognize when the position has changed, and you now might say that there are other ways to detect a position change, something like get property changed signal. But I'm honest with you, I have used that and it did not work out for me. So using things like get property changed signal, but let me just use it. Maybe it will work now. So humanoid root part get property changed signal. No, position connect function. Okay, I'm just curious. I just want to see if this works out now. And I'm gonna print it out. So pass changed. So I just want to see how this is going to work out. And if it works, then I'm gonna cut the loop and everything else. Because loops and spawn functions right there, they just slow down the script at the end. So I'll always prevent using them, but if there's like no other way, then yeah, just use it. No. Look, so as you can see, it is not detecting any change, okay? And using the .change event also does not work on positions, as far as I know. But I could still try out again if you want to. So just to demonstrate this to you, changed doesn't work either for me, as far as I can remember. Maybe it'll work now. You know, who knows? Yeah, so it has only printed this out for one time, but as you can see, it clearly does not work otherwise. It would have printed out, otherwise it would have printed this out many times, but it obviously does not do that. Therefore, we can forget about it. I'm sorry, but I need to continue using this. Okay. So let's see how this is going to look like. Let's take a look at the health. Health is not a valid member of... Okay, this whole thing ran into an error. Where is it? Is it 92? Choose Titan. Humanoid. Humanoid. Okay, since we are not using since we are using a loop, I can just continue on explaining. So we are going to loop through, okay? So we are looping through this minions folder, which holds all of the spawned minions. And we are basically checking if any of those minions right here are pretty close to our Titan. So we just do a little bit of maths by calculating the difference of the position of our Titan and of our minion. And if the position, so we are also applying this magnitude, and if the result is not greater than 5, then it means that the minion has to be pretty close to our Titan. Therefore, we can make the Titan take damage according to the minion's damage, which is within this stats folder of our minion right here, okay? And then we are just destroying the minion. Okay. Position, okay, and down here. So we just Titan destroy. So I'm just gonna continue now. Okay. So we are looping. Well, okay, so this is a little bit more complicated. So you basically are used to see for I loops, which loop from 1 to say 5 or 10, you know. So we always start with a number which is ungreater than the number which is following, you know. And in this case, it is the opposite, or somehow the opposite. So we are working with negative numbers. Therefore, we can add a, well, it is not greater since it is negative, and it is ungreater because it is not closer to 0. Oh wait, is it greater? Well, I'm not sure, but no. So it has to do with negative numbers, and therefore you can just add anything which is, if you just leave out the minus. So if you leave them out, then you can add anything inside of here which is greater than 1. And we basically are just adding the amount of waypoints, okay? So in our case, we have 3 waypoints, therefore -3. So we are looping from -3 to -1, therefore -3, -2, and -1. And what we're doing down here is that we are replacing this index, which is either -3, -1, or no, -2 and -1, according to the loop's progress. And we are turning this negative number into a positive one by multiplying it with -1. So if I is -3 because of the loop, then it becomes 3 right here. And then we are just creating the path and then compute async right here. So our choose Titan's position and then our waypoint to string I. So I becomes positive, as you know, and therefore we can just use it in order to refer to either one of these waypoints. You just need to make sure that your waypoint's name is waypoint and then the number. Okay, so number of the order your minions. Okay, that's important. Your minions are supposed to walk towards to. And down here, so this is just to yeah, make the minions walk. So we are getting waypoints. You need to imagine that in between all of those waypoints, that there are many other waypoints, which are being created by this pathfinding service. And our choose Titan right here, so we're just looping through this waypoint, and our choose Titan walks towards all of these smaller waypoints, which are in between of those main waypoints we have created. Okay, so I admit this is complicated. Okay, so for beginners, but let me just try to demonstrate you this. So I'm gonna yeah, print them out, and then you will hopefully be able to understand it a lot more better. But before we proceed, I just want to continue down here. So if we have walked all the way to waypoint 1, which is right here, then we are still not at the end. So we still need to walk to this spawn. Therefore, we are computing another async. Compute async, I don't know. So compute async another time with our Titan. And this time we want to walk towards the spawn, as you guys know. Then we're just creating another minor waypoint, and then we are walking towards them. And then at the end, when our Titan has gone all the way through to the spawn, then we are just destroying the Titan. Okay? That's basically what is happening right here. Okay, now let's see, or let me try to show you how this for I loop works. Just to make things a little bit more clear to you. So, as you guys see, -3 before and 3 after. So we are starting the loop at -3. So why 3 first of all? Because our waypoints, so we only have 3 waypoints in general, okay, inside of that folder, and we are basically getting all of, or the amount of instances which are inside of the folder, therefore 3. Okay, and then we are just adding this minus in front. Yeah, human root port is not a valid member of model Titan. Oh yeah, because it has been destroyed. Wait. So there are a lot of things going on. Okay. Yeah, so yeah. So we are starting at -3, and then we want to loop through the way to till -1. So you gotta imagine that we are looping, then we are just continuing with the code below till the end, and then after the end, we are looping for another time, and this time, this I right here becomes -2 because we are at the second loop, you know, and so on. Okay, so so before right here is -3, because we are not doing this calculation in order to convert this negative number into a positive one. And then after this calculation, this becomes positive. And why do we do that? Because, as I've told you, we are trying to refer to the waypoint right here, and having a waypoint -3 is not good because we do not have a waypoint called waypoint -3. And if we would change the name to waypoint -3, then we would break code which is inside of this tower defense script, which is which is responsible for making the minions move through all of these waypoints. Okay, therefore we need to do this method right here, and that's basically it. So there's nothing much about it. So this is basically a loop backwards. So our Titan right here has that. Yeah, we forgot to clear it up. Forgot to clear it up. Choose Titan, humanoid, diet, connect, function. Choose Titan, destroy. Let's write this outside. Okay, there we go. So that's it with our first attack right here. Now our second attack. It's going to transform Eren Yeager to a Titan. Yeah, let me remove this. So we are going to keep this P-Call. And let me remove this. Okay. So, the first step is to clone this Titan from the replicated storage to the workspace. And then we are going to play an animation of this Titan. And then we are going to, yeah, maybe add some effects such as maybe some quakes, some ground, you know, some shock waves on the ground. And then we are going to deal damage to every minion, which is, yeah, pretty close to this area, let's say. And at the end, we are going to, yeah, remove the Titan again. So these are the steps we have to make. We have to recreate. Okay, so the first step, game, get service, replicated storage. So we are going to refer to this Eren Titans folder. Eren Titans, Eren Titan, and then we are going to clone it. Now we are going to parent it to the workspace, and then wait, let me check something. So yeah, the hip height once again. So let's put it to 2. Otherwise, we will experience the same issue that our Eren Titan is going to, yeah, bug on this ground. And let's change the C frame, means yeah, the position at the end. So X, no, not X, but X humanoid root part C frame equals now to, yeah, somehow, no, it's not mind, script parent humanoid root part C frame. So our Eren Yeager's tower C frame multiplied by, yeah, let's add some numbers on the y-axis, because this Titan right here is of course bigger in comparison to Eren. Therefore, just to prevent it from bugging or anything, we can just play around with the y-axis. That's the first step. Let's see if this has worked. So level 2. Stats is not about member of. Okay. So first of all, the hip height is not perfect. Let's put the hip height to 4 maybe. The next thing has to do with the stats. Level monitor. Oh yes, that's can get rid of it. We can also get rid of this and this and that. So this overhead GUI has been bothering me for a short time now. Okay. Yeah, so maybe the attacks per second is a little bit too high, too great. Let's go back instead of here. Attacks per second. Let's lower them to 0.5 because these towers right here have, these titans right here have been spawning way too fast. Also, I would like to, yeah, I would like to do this. X. So what this does, you guys should know about it because I have been using this a lot of times now. So it basically just rotates your object or your titan in this case towards the enemy, means towards the minion. Still too high. You also need to, yeah, turn around the head because I had this issue with the neck, as you guys should know. Had this weld constraint. Okay. So, okay, after positioning the Titan, after yeah, rotating the Titan, we want to yeah, play the animation. Let me clone this Titan out of our workspace. Let me create a quick animation for him. Okay. So let's make this a little bit more faster. Okay, and now when you're done, go to these three dots and then select your or set animation priority, set it to action, and then export it. Okay, so this takes a short amount of time. Come on, just export it. Okay, seems to be glitched. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Come on, just export this thing. Come on, I have no time. Come on. Why isn't Roblox exporting this thing? Roblox. So I'm just gonna pause the video and then I'm gonna come back when I have exported this animation right here. Okay. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, we have our ID right here. And yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. So I had to restart Roblox Studio because it didn't want to work.